Hello and welcome. This is Marisol. Today's video is a walkthrough of my completed December daily album. Throughout the album I used the Ellie Edwards main kit as well as some shop items and a little bit here and there from my stash. Let's get started because I think this is going to be a long video. In the inside cover I have an envelope, a vellum envelope that I created myself. And inside of the envelope, I've included all the little letters that my kids have written to their elf, and some bits and bobs from the rest of the month, some tags, and let's see, these are from pajamas. This is from my daughter's tree. So just included those because I really couldn't find anywhere else to put them, and I think it adds a little bit of interest right as soon as you open the album. This is my cover page, and it is just a decorative element that was inspired by the Ellie Edwards Product Play No. 2 class. Lots of layers and lots of texture. Page 1 is just a intro, I guess, to the month, and it includes a picture of our new elf. I kept it simple. I simply used these alphabet stickers, alphabet stamps, a heart sticker, and this decorative element. It's a 5x7 photo, and the journaling comes out of the top like that. I used these a lot throughout the album. I like tags. My calendar page from the Ellie Edwards blog. I downloaded it, added stickers from a Happy Planner sticker book, and then these decorative elements. I thought I would add these cork numbers. Nothing specific happened on those days. I just added them for a bit of interest. Day 2 was the day we went to the Polar Express, and I put this 6x8 photo, even though it was horizontal, I added it anyway because it's a souvenir from the day, and I thought it looked really cool, all of us in that sled. Because it's a busy picture, I didn't add anything other than that chipboard piece you see there. To tell the rest of the story, I created kind of like a little book to include, and what I did was I simply took 5x7 vellum and punched holes in it to create this little booklet. I used the tabs for each of the pages. This here is the cover, and it is simply a brochure from the trip that I trimmed down a bit to add to the cover. Chipboard piece, and then the pictures. I didn't add anything decorative to the pictures themselves because I felt like they were kind of busy. These little tabs help to turn the page. This is a pocket page, and I made this pocket page using the kit box. I do have a tutorial that I will link down below in case you're interested in learning how to make a pocket page using the box. This holds the Polar Express tickets and the brochure. On the back of that pocket page, I've added a black and white photo of my daughter sending a letter to Santa, and simply added that chipboard piece. This here is one of many flip outs in my album. I am a big fan of flip outs. It's a way of telling the story without adding inserts, and it's really easy to do. In that tutorial that I'll link below, I show you guys how to make a few of these. So this tells the rest of the story, chipboard pieces and stickers and tabs and all that. Day 3 is just a simple 2 4x6. Day 4, there's that tag again. Day 5, There's a 3x8, the back side of that 3x8. This card was not tag shaped. I made it to be tag shaped so that it could complement what was on the other side. This is a page that I made using I think it's called a flat lay of my daughter's artwork. She was in poetry night and created that prop, and the back tells the story of that poetry night. Day 7, you guys, day 7 took forever to complete. What I was trying to do was I was trying to create a pocket for the tag that tells the story, and I was trying to get all fancy with it, and at the end of the day I really just needed to add adhesive on the inside of that photo, on the back side of the photo, around the shape of the tag. But I still like the way that it looks. And then of course the back side, because it is on a transparency. There's the story for that. Day 8 holds the story of the gingerbread house. Every year we go to the Penfield Library and create these houses, and we always have so much fun. And that's a flip out. This heart was from the Rest kit. It was a kit called the Rest Kit, and it had words related to taking a rest on it, and all I did was put a piece of chipboard over it to cover the stars, because I really like the gold foil to complement the number 8 here. That was day 8. Day 9. What I did for day 9 was I created a flat lay, and I used ornaments that my kids have made throughout the years, because I wanted to permanently document them, and I thought this was a great way to do it. So I just numbered each one of the ornaments, and then the corresponding kid's name with the year in the 3x8 protector there. I thought this page came out really cool. I've never done one of these before. I really liked the way that it looked, and I was able to document the ornaments without the added bulk, because these ornaments are big, and I really like the way it turned out. Day 10 is a bokeh picture of my tree, and for so many years I've been trying to do that, and I was finally able to do it. Believe it or not, I did it on my phone. It was a lot of fun trying to figure that out. Here's another pocket page. This is another one from a box kit. Those hold the letters to Santa. On the back of this page I have a photo of a drawing that my son made. It was a giant Christmas card, actually, and I thought he did such a good job drawing Santa. He's only 7 and a half, and I thought it was hilarious that he gave Santa a 6-pack. Day 12 is a tag that I made using transfer gel, foil, and a stencil from Allie Edwards. The back holds a picture of my daughter on the night of her winter concert. I was able to add the brochure without poking any holes in it, because I added these tabs, which are super easy to make with or without a die. I have a die, but if you don't have a die, you simply take cardstock, score it down the middle, fold it in half, and punch holes in it. It's super easy. Day 12 is another example of using a stencil from Allie Edwards. This time I used Distress ink and I forgot the name of the gel that I used. I used some sort of gel to. I explain it in that Foundation Pages video that I have linked below. I really cannot remember. And just a story of the concert. Day 13 is a picture of us at the dinner table. This was a lot of fun and took a long time to make, but I persevered and I did it. And it is a waterfall element that you see there. And this was completely inspired by Amy Gretchen, and she shows how to do this in a step-by-step tutorial in the Product Play number 2 class. I absolutely love it. Time consuming, but I think once you make 1 or 2 of them, it'll be super easy. Day 15 tells the story of the day we went to Rock Holiday Village, and it is a event in our hometown, downtown, where you could go ice skating and visit Santa and do all these wonderful things, and it was just so much fun. The story is told in a fold-out, accordion style fold-out, and I thought it came out so great. I love, to be honest, I love everything about this. I love the way the pictures came out, the colors, and obviously the story. We had so much fun that day. So much fun. Days 16 and 17 are just pictures of everyday life, of our elf, me visiting my mom. There's day 18, again a simple story, picture of my daughter and her tree. Day 19 is another pocket page, and I used the same technique that I used to create the other 2 pocket pages. I really love the way that this turned out. I think it's visually pleasing, and this paper here is so old. It's like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years old maybe, and it just holds the letter that Santa sent to my children. Day 20 is a 3x8 page protector, another Bokeen picture of my tree with some chipboard, but when you flip it over, it's a flip out. And to tell the story of day 21. Day 21 is a decorative element. I trimmed down a 6x8 2x2 page protector to have this look. And day 22 is the story of our favorite Christmas movies. I just downloaded these images from the internet, and I used a alphabet die to create these letters. Day 23, and I'm thinking I need to put 23 here just so that you can see it a little bit better. It's a little bit more obvious. Anyway, so it tells the story of us baking cookies for Santa, and we had so much fun that day. My dad and my stepmom came by, and we baked cookies and cooked a traditional meal, and it was fabulous. It was the perfect way to start our Christmas break. Again, keeping things pretty simple when it comes to embellishments. Just added this joy word along with the 23, a couple of word strips here and there, my journaling, and that's it. That's another flip out, as I mentioned. And here is the story of December 24th, Christmas Eve. A 6x8 photo, a 4x6 picture. I really like the way this came out. The idea was that it looks like a wreath that you hang from your door. Here is day 25. My album is really bulky, and I'm okay with that. I really wanted to add everything that I did despite bulkiness. Christmas Day includes another, yep, you guessed it, another flip out. I used black and white photos because there were so many colors happening in those pictures that they were a bit distracting. And this year, for the first time ever, I went through day 31, and I decided to do that because my son came to visit us from Florida after Christmas, and I wanted to document these stories that occurred during that time. Just a picture of the outside of our house for day 26. This here was a 3x8, full-size 3x8 card, and I trimmed it down to 3x4 because I really liked the sentiment, and I made it work for me. This here is another example of that transfer gel with foil. This was a Royal Pain I worked so hard and tried so many different ways to use that, it's not called a stencil, I forgot what it was called. What was it called? I can't remember. But it was from Ali Edwards, and basically you add paint through, it's like a stencil, but it's not called a stencil. And it didn't work out. I tried it with transfer gel and foil, and it was so sloppy. But this one was the best one that I created, and I really wanted to include it, and that's what it looks like. It's like a tone-on-tone white with that tree in the background. I thought it came out pretty cool. And no story for December 27, just a decorative element. Day 28 tells the story of my son's arrival and us being a family of 7 again. Day 29, our Christmas get-together was so much fun. Here we are with our matching pajamas. Love it. Kept it simple because the album is so bulky. For day 30, just decorative pictures of the decor in my house. And day 31, which was New Year's Eve, just labels, not labels, word strips, journaling, and the rubber elements I added on the outside of the page protector for added texture. The 31, I used a black Copic marker to color that in, and I did it on both sides, you can see there. And for the back side of those hexagons, I added vellum and just stapled it to the page protector, so you can see it kind of flips out a little bit. And I like the way that looks. And there you have it. There is my December Daily 2018. My favorite project of the year. Took me forever to finish, but I am glad that I did, and despite how late it is. I hope you guys enjoyed the walkthrough. If you have any questions, please just leave them down below and I will answer them. And once again, thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I really appreciate it. I know that time is precious for everyone, and I really appreciate that you spent some of your time here with me today. Until my next video, I'll see you. Bye-bye.